Hey everybody, it's a little after 12:30 in the morning. Basically, it's now Sunday. I just got off work after doing 4 hours. And I want to talk about something that I'm sure has been discussed all throughout the week. You know, last Sunday, Brock Lesnar, as everybody saw or heard of, basically defeated, if not dismantled, John Cena and became WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Now, as much as this is what fans have been wanting and WWE wanted, there's two different ways of viewing this, as well as there are a lot of different scenarios when it comes to it. You see, the two ways of looking at it is this. From a fan's perspective, the WWE gave them what they've been wanting for over a decade. And that's basically somebody coming in and literally revealing John Cena for who he really is. Or exposing him for who he really is, or for what he can really do in the ring. Fans have basically been wanting that so they could say, look, this is what John Cena really is, or who John Cena really is in the ring. This is what he can do in the ring. He shouldn't be the face of the company. You should have someone that's a real athlete be your face of the company. And that's true. That's true from those fans' perspective. That's basically what they see and what they've been wanting, and they got it. And now they hope he has a lengthy title reign. In fact, some people have even gone as far as to say that the only way you can justify Brock Lesnar ending the Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania is by having him go on an undefeated streak as champion. And that's a good idea, except there's a problem. And I'll get into that in a second. Now, when you view Brock Lesnar's dismantling of John Cena from the WWE's point of view, you look at it not as getting what you've been wanting to give to the fans. Basically, it's not you just giving to the fans what they want to see. But basically what you're doing is you're giving yourself, the WWE, what you want to increase subscriptions to the WWE network. That's the reason the match went the way it did. That's the reason the match went the way it did. Not because they wanted to give the fans who've been wanting it for a long time someone to come in and basically destroy John Cena. No. They did it because of the fact that they want people, from their perspective, they did it because they want people, and they're hoping people will subscribe more so to the WWE network and even renew their current subscriptions. That's why they did it. In fact, I think maybe Schleg Daddy pointed this out in his review of SummerSlam, and that is, if it was Daniel Bryan as it was originally supposed to be, then what would your reaction be then? How would you feel then? You see, that's a good question. And my honest answer is you would start seeing exactly what I mentioned, the reasoning for WWE putting Brock Lesnar in the title match in the first place. And that is to gain subscriptions and renewed subscriptions to the WWE network. But because it wasn't Daniel Bryan and it was John Cena, you didn't see it that way. The way you saw it was somebody finally showing Cena up. Now that I've pointed out from two perspectives of how the fans see it, how fans saw it go down, and the way the WWE saw it go down, and for the certain different reasons, here's where the problem lies within. You see, the problem is you have somebody in Brock Lesnar that, let's be truthful, is a beast. This guy is a freaking monster. He's a freak, basically. He's not like an everyday, he's not like an everyday wrestler slash shoot fighter slash MMA guy. He's a freak. He's a freak of nature. And he's one of those guys that has that special gift that no matter what kind of situation you can put him in, he'll always find a way to adapt. He'll always find a way to, as part of his motto goes, if you want to call it that, conquer that obstacle, conquer that situation. But now, here is the problem that lies within. See, as happy as you are at Brock Lesnar dismantling John Cena and becoming champion, now you got to look at it from the WWE's business perspective of the reign that Brock Lesnar is going to have. And here's what I mean. You see, from the WWE's business perspective, from their point of view, yes, Brock Lesnar doing what he did to John Cena at SummerSlam may have indeed increased new subscriptions and renewed subscriptions to the WWE Network. It may have accomplished what they wanted. But now you look at it from the perspective and the point of view of where do they go from now. I mean, many sources, many sites have said that they have a problem here because there's no one really to compete with a Brock Lesnar. And that if you keep the belt on Lesnar for as long as fans think they should or believe they should, from the WWE's point of view, it's not going to be good for business. Now, from a pure pro wrestling fan's perspective, they'll say, oh, well, look at it this way. If they give him a lengthy title reign, it's going to increase the prestige of the Intercontinental, the US, the Divas, the tag team titles. And that might be true from a fan's pure pro wrestling perspective and a true sporting perspective. But from the WWE's perspective, it's not. What you have here is a problem. Because here's a guy that has a certain schedule that states, hey, I can't compete at these certain events. Now, unless the WWE works something out with Brock after he won the belt, that's another story. I mean, if they could get away with filming and taping promos and vignettes from different venues that Brock's going to be at, then if that works with them, fine, more power to them. But you can only go so far with that. To me, you may think Brock's reign of terror, like I was saying, you may think and hope Brock's reign of terror as champion starts now. But you know what? I look at it as being similar, as crazy as it sounds, to the Daniel Bryan title reigns. You see, Daniel Bryan didn't really get a true title reign, well, as short as it was, until after WrestleMania, when he won the title there. So I believe Brock is going to be in the same situation. Sure, he'll have a reign with the title for maybe a month, but then he's going to end up losing it possibly back to Cena for the, thus getting the 16-time championship reign for Cena out of the way. Brock's going to end up winning it there. Brock's going to end up losing it at Night of Champions, I should say. But then, if you really want to put the belt on Brock heading into WrestleMania, you've got two events, big four events you can do it at. You could do it at Survivor Series. Thus, you would get Survivor Series, TLC, Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, and then Mania out of him. So you'd have 5 events out of him. Or you could do it at the Rumble, and you get 3 events out of him, which makes sense. So, to me, when we get to either Survivor Series or the Rumble, and Brock invokes his rematch clause at one of those, that's when his reign of terror begins as champion. This is just a taste. This is just a taste of his reign of terror as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. We won't get a full-on feast of it until at least by Survivor Series or Royal Rumble when he invokes that rematch clause against either Cena or whoever. Thus, you can have him after one of those two events, and you get maybe 3 to 5 pay-per-views out of him, or actually 3 to 4 pay-per-views out of him as champion, 5 with him being a challenger, or 3 with him, 1 with him being challenger and all that. Thus, you get possibly, like I say, between 3 and 5 pay-per-views out of him, and then you let him drop the title to either The Rock, and possibly The Rock's last match, and let him retire as WWE World Champion, or to Roman Reigns, thus establishing Roman Reigns' dominance in the WWE now, and him being the next big thing himself. Thus, in a sense, Brock Lesnar would be passing the torch, as crazy as it sounds, to Reigns, saying, hey, you're the next big thing. You're the new beast incarnate. So, that's how I see it happening. That's how I see it going down. As crazy as that sounds. So, but to me, that's how I view Brock Lesnar's reign as champion between now and Mania. That's what I see happening. Now, I could be wrong, and they could risk and gamble with what they got now and keep him as champion until Mania, but I don't think that's going to happen. So, let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like, and I will talk to you later, but that's what I think.